Welcome back, my dear students. So, you guys are having a lot of fun. Now, it's time for us to come back to the form here. And one of the features that I want to add is that I want to be able to not allow the user or not, bother the user with entering all his data again here. Imagine we had a form that was 100 fields, right? We asked for a whole bunch of information. It wouldn't be nice for the user to have to type in all the data again once they messed up. And that has happened to me in websites, and I really hate it. You don't understand how much I hate that. To be able to type in some mistake in some type of image verification, click on register, and then the whole entire page will get refreshed, and I have to type in all my data again. That's horrible, very horrible experience. So in this lecture, we're gonna do that. We're gonna make sure that all the data is back in the form when somebody's registering, and we're gonna check for the email because we don't want to do anything if that email exists, right? We might want to have to redirect the user somewhere else. So let's start with the data. So in the index, and this is the register post, when they're about to submit all their data, we got this array here that we are returning just the errors. Why don't we start returning the, let's say, first name, okay? And we can start returning the same value of the form back, okay? You can go ahead and try to do that yourself. I'm gonna, just pause the video and try to do that yourself here. You were able to do it. It's pretty easy, right? We just have to get the body first name here. Basically all the same data we have in our object. Where is our object? Right here. Same thing, right? Same exact thing. We just get all these fields back. Now, the trick with this, and we don't want the password back, right? But the trick with this is that we have to go back to the view, register view, and in the value field, that's where we have to type in those things. So right here in the start, I'm just gonna do it here, and I'm just gonna say first name, and here I would say value last. Actually, hold on, we're doing this in handlebars. So first name, let's do this a couple times like that, and then we'll replace that data. Okay, guys, let's just do it here and do for password. We're not doing it for. So only 3 fields: the first name, last name, and email. And that's a big one there. The email, sometimes you have to put that ampersand, that at symbol, and that's just a pain in the rear. Okay, so we don't have a lot of fields here, but imagine if the user did, right? So let's say I put Edwin Diaz and I try to register. I'm just gonna try to put some password here, and there we go. Now it gets refreshed, but my data is back here. Now I got this div here that I don't know where it's coming from. I have to find it somewhere in my application. Anyway, I'll find that later. This is my fault. Okay, so that's somewhere in my application. Maybe I was somewhere in a admin or a layout or something. I'll find it. But anyway, so you can see that we got that. Now let's play around a little bit with displaying some type of message if this email is available in a database, if it does exist. So let's go back to our index, and right before we start messing around with creating a user, I think we should start doing it right here in this else statement. What do you guys think? Well, you guys can do it wherever you want, but I'm gonna do it right here. So I'm gonna say user.find one, and we're gonna find a user with an email that is equal to the one coming from the form. Okay, simple as that. Then we get a then here, and this is where we want everything to happen, right? We get the user here, and then after we get the user, we say if the user Okay, if that user is available, then we start playing around with it, right? That's that, and this is this, and let's just get all that data in there. Okay, right there. Else, then what we want to do is we want to maybe flash, send a flash or something, and say I don't know, some type of error message, and we say something like that email exists, please log in, something like that, and then we can redirect the user somewhere else. Let's redirect them to the login page. Okay, login area. Okay, we don't have that message anywhere, so let's go ahead and go to our apps and add some type of error message here, something like that. Now, one thing that I wanted to make you aware, and I'm actually going to mention that later, is that we can take our functionality from that, sorry about that, from our index here to our model, and I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, we can create methods. So this, we can actually make another one like this, and make sure it says error message here. Simple as this. Let's change the div to danger, signifying that something went wrong, right? Now I have two entries with, oops, this is where that went. Let's go to register real quick and fix that. That's my label. So I already have two entries with, where is it? Right here. You guys probably saw that in the last lecture, didn't you? In the form. I don't know how I get this. Sometimes I'm typing in my other IDE, and then when I try to type in here, I get this. I can't do anything. I get like a frozen page. But anyway, so I already have two entries with Edwin Diaz at Edwin. With Edwin at edwindiaz.com. So if I try to use this now, if I register, it's gonna tell me, oh, it's not working. Let's go back here and let's see why it's not working. Let's go back to index. So we are saying if the user is available. Oh, of course not. If the user, well, if we find the user, we are actually inputting all the data. So if not the user, we can do this. Okay, else we do that. All right, I got my logic backwards there. Sorry for that. Let's register. Let's do it again. I should have 3 Edwins now. All right, 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. Register, and there we go. That email exists. Please log in. So that's about it. Let me just delete all my users. Drop. Okay, and now you can test this, but I'm pretty sure it works. Okay, you can, right now I can register a user. Let's just test it just to make sure that it works. I'm gonna register a user. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. Register. You see that one went through because we don't have any users. Now that we do have a user, let's see how that goes. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3, and there we go. And now let's check the database to see if we have anything there. Let's do dbusers.find, and we only have one user available. We can use that pretty function like this to make sure our data is, you see, we only have one user. All right. That's it for this lecture, guys. Thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.